don't we go ahead and dive into the demo section. So when you first log into MioDatos, you'll have the ability to connect your social media accounts. So you can connect your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Twitter, and your Google+. And from here, you can view how many connections you have, how many friends you have. And then what's also cool is the ability to view your live news feed below. So you can interact with the people that you're connected with. So for example, I can comment on Brian's picture right here, or I can like it. And I can comment and like Jason's post right here. It just saves you time from jumping to different platforms. If you have one person who uses LinkedIn and doesn't use Facebook, it just makes it easy. And then with the ease of use, we have help videos on each one of these pages that helps you get started. So going back to the dashboard section, this is what your dashboard section would look like on your home screen when you log into MioDatos. So here we can adjust the time frame, so that's past 7 days, 30 days, or 3 months, or we can do for the quarter if we'd like. Partner campaigns has to do with the synchronized channel marketing aspect of it. So it shows how many campaigns have been approved and run by the partners or the people that you're connected with. The activities section shows the activities going on within your account either by you or by the people that you're connected with. So, for example, Test Partner has added 57 contacts, and once again, those contacts will not be shared. You can see how many they've added, but you won't see the first name, last name, email address, or anything like that. You can also see if they've been sharing campaigns or sharing social media posts. From here, you can also view the email section, so it's a high-level overview of the open versus sent and unsubscribe rates. The downloaded documents section just shows you what documents were downloaded and how many. And like I said before, this is great this is great for understanding what types of content your customers engage with the most, so that you can make those adjustments during your next campaign. The landing pages section shows you how many people have gone to your landing page versus how many people have gone to and filled out your landing page. And this is great for doing A/B testing, so if you want to flip around a picture or if you want to change a form field, you can see which landing page is most effective. And in the bottom right section, we have the social media, where it shows how many posts have gone out in different months of the year. So right now it's set to the quarter, so it's showing April, May, and June. So one of the important functionalities within MioDatos is the customer relationship manager, like we talked about. So here, if we click on companies, you can add a company. You can add a company individually. You can import a list. You can check for duplicates, or you can send an email right from here. And then you can also view the help videos, and then you can also export this list to Excel. So that's helpful in the contact section. If you want to back up your data, you can export the list and then save it to your computer, or if you have an external hard drive that you kind of keep everything backed up on, that's a good way to do that from there. So in the contact section, I wanted to show you this because I didn't go through it in the PowerPoint, but you can import contacts from Excel spreadsheets, and then this is where you'd enter the lead source. So for example, I went to Social Media Marketing World, so I might type in SMMW15, that was the hashtag for the convention. And then when I upload that document and import it, I can choose that lead source and filter and find everyone that I met at that convention. So you can also import from different email clients, social media, as well as Salesforce. So here we also have the help videos to help you along the way, just in case you get caught up. We want to make it easy to use and get you going on the rest of your activities during the day. So one of the other things I wanted to show too is the ability to connect with different contacts in your list, and then from here you can also show who you're connected with. So if I dive into David Ring's contact record, it'll show me the different emails that have gone out to him, and then I can connect with him below on his LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. So right now it looks like I'm connected with him on LinkedIn, and then I can also view what he's been posting recently. So how to create Twitter buttons for emails. If I think some of my followers might find that interesting or helpful, I can retweet that right from here. Or if he's a prospect, I can say, David, good job, it's helpful content. I'd love to talk about it more with you next week when we meet. So things like that really help you engage with your prospects and shorten that sales cycle like we talked about. You can also send people follow requests right from here, or message them right from your MioDatos platform. So like we said earlier, it just makes it really easy to use, easy to manage your contacts, and helps shorten that sales cycle and increase those sales for your company. So the campaigns tab is where you manage your campaigns, and in order to build a campaign, you create your social media posts, you create your emails, and your landing pages. If you want documents in your campaign, you just add the documents, and I'll show you how to do each one of those things when we get there. So you go in here, you click Create a New Campaign, and you name it. If you want to keep it private, just for you, you'd select Private. If you have multiple users on this account for your company, you could share it with everyone in your company. Or if you're partnered with someone, then you can click Partner, and it'll share the campaign with everyone you're connected with. So in my real estate agency example before, if the real estate agency created a marketing campaign, they could share it with all of their realtors in the company by clicking Partner. And once the realtors logged into their MioDatos account, the campaign would be sitting right here, and all they would have to do is click Run Campaign to run it. So you can choose what contact list you want to send it to. You can choose an end date, a from name. If some users have multiple companies that they're managing. So, for example, this could be computer market research, and a different company or a different campaign, we might want to put MioDatos. And then the from email, that might be marketing@cmr.bz versus marketing@miodatos.com. In order to add emails and social media posts, you click on the radio button, and when you created your email, you saved it under a certain title. So to start this campaign, I want to do 7 ways to increase referrals. It automatically fills with the subject line, and you can change it right from here if you'd like. Then you have the option to schedule the exact day. If I want this going out on April 30th, I can choose that there. Or I can choose days after last action, which just means that if this is the second email in a campaign and I want it to go out a week after the first one, then I can choose days after last action and choose 7. And that way, if you have multiple car salesmen or if you have multiple realtors, you might access and run the campaign on a different day. All the emails and the social media posts will just start running as soon as they click Run Campaign. So it's not as time sensitive as if you were to do exact day. And then immediate it just sends it out immediately once you click Run Campaign. So similarly, you go into Add Action and you add a social media post the same way. So you can choose based on what you saved it as, if you want the sales pipeline social media post to go out first to LinkedIn, I can choose that here. And then Save Action to go out immediately. You can also go in here and add content. And this helps you keep track of the documents and the landing pages that are in your campaign. So you know that the 12 Twitter tools white paper is in there. If you have a landing page that's associated with an email, you can go back in here and decide you want to look at who's been filling out this channel white paper form. It just helps you keep track of everything. And like we said before, your partners would go in here and click Run Campaign, and that's all they'd have to do. So here's a quick example of what your built-out campaign could look like. And in this example, the user has separated it between LinkedIn posts, and they've coupled the Twitter and Facebook posts together. And they did that based on hashtags, because right now you can't search LinkedIn for hashtags, but on Twitter and Facebook you can. So that's how they wanted to structure their campaign. Another way you could do it is based on the number of characters in your posts. So, for example, Twitter, you have a max of 140 characters, whereas Facebook, I believe it's like 6,000 or more possibly, and LinkedIn is similar. So if I wanted to create longer posts for Facebook and LinkedIn, you could couple those together, or you could modify each one of them to send out different posts to each platform. It kind of depends on your goals for the campaign. So here we have the emails in the campaign as well, and we can preview the emails and take a look at what they look like. So this is an example of co-branding that can be done with synchronized channel marketing. So for example, if you are a vendor and you create a campaign and share it with your channel partners, you can put your logo in here with your company information, and then when your partners access, or when your partners create a MioDatos account, they would add their picture, and then their information is automatically populated in the email with their logo, their partner, their company name, their address, and their website. So that's a great feature, again, of the synchronized channel marketing aspect, and it allows the vendor and the channel partner to both be in on the same email. And it also helps build credibility. If we have ViewSonic right here, just the fact that they're associated with ViewSonic, it might help the buyer to feel like there's less risk involved. So we can go in here and preview, and then, like we said earlier, the partners just come in here and click Run Campaign, and all these emails and social media posts are scheduled out accordingly. So next, I want to dive into the Referrals tab. So in order to create a referral campaign, you go to List Referral Campaigns and click Create a New Campaign, and this information should be pre-populated and is actually required due to the CAN-SPAM Act. You have to have a physical mailing address and an unsubscribe link in your emails that go out. So we comply with all CAN-SPAM Act rules, and the email will not get sent out unless it has a physical mailing address and an unsubscribe link. So once this information is populated, you go into the Designer tab, and here's where you start building your referral campaign. So this is what I started with when I did my ParaHub example. So here I can change my template, so if I want to increase my memberships, or if I want to do the reward template, it kind of changes based on your goal for your campaign. So if I can invite my clients, or what would you like to call your clients? So if you have a CrossFit company, you might call them CrossFitters, or it just depends on what you normally call your prospects. So this is where you enter the reward for the current customer. So you will receive $5 off next month's subscription, and your friend will receive 20% off discount. And as you can see, it populates automatically in the campaign to the right, so you know exactly how it's going to look when it goes out, which makes it easy to use, and you spend less time, messing around with things. So it just goes back to the ease of use again. So the advocate qualifications, that could be, they must be a current customer, and for the new customer qualifications, it could be they must not be in the email database, they must not have bought a product from us previously, or something like that. So they just must be a new customer. So here's also where you choose your campaign dates. So you can choose how long you want the campaign to run from. So, for example, if you have a referral campaign, you only want it to go for a week based on, you know, a certain promotion that you're doing. You can choose that here, and then once the end date is up, it will no longer be active, and people can't fill out the campaign anymore. The reward terms is where you'd include the extra information that your current customers might be interested in, and they can do that by clicking the link down here. New customer terms is similar down here. And then the campaign sharing type, this is where you share your campaign with different partners that you're connected with. You can keep it private if you'd like, or you can share it company-wide. And then this is where you'd add your image to customize it for yourself. So it would replace the image right here. And then you can also get a shortened link, so it'll give you, I gotta fill out everything to get one, but it'll give you either a bit.ly link or a Google link, depending on which one you prefer. To my understanding, there's not much difference between the two, but except for, I guess, the platform itself. So I think bit.ly might actually have a couple or more functionality built into it. But anyways, so once you're done creating your campaign, you'd save it down here and go back in here, and then here's where you can grab your link for the campaign, and you can share that on social media and through emails. And you can also, when someone fills out a referral campaign, they will be automatically populated in this table, and so you can see the campaign name that came in under, the name of the current customer, their email, and the person that they're referring. And from here, you can also see if it needs to be fulfilled or not. So, if, for example, if Candace didn't fulfill the requirements, I'm going to leave that unchecked, or I'm going to select no. So next, we'll do a quick overview of the email tab. I don't want to keep you guys too long. So we have different sections based on what you want to do. So my templates are templates you've worked with before. If you want to start something new, you go into the email designer. We have sample templates. If your vendor or if one of your partner has created emails for you, you go into the vendor pre-design. And if you're sharing emails with others, you'd select this to view the emails that you're sharing. So when you're creating an email, we made it super easy to use. All of these boxes are editable like a Word document. You can drag and drop certain boxes in here. So if you want to add a banner, you can do that. And then just come in here and click this box to add your own custom banner. It also gives you dimensions that will make it look the best. And then these boxes are just act as a Word document. So that's a basic overview of the email tab. The documents section is where you keep track of all your documents, so you can add them here, and it also has statistics based on who's been downloading them and how many times. There's also a gamification section if you're interested in it. Gamification just rewards people for doing things in a non-game-like atmosphere. So if you're a part of a rewards program, like with Best Buy, for example, you get points that accrue that you can trade in for prizes. That's basically what gamification is. You have a leaderboard or a ranking, and you can get badges, and you have challenges and things like that. So it also helps you identify who's engaging most with the content that you're providing, or other things like that. So the landing page section is where you would create your landing pages, and these sections are exactly the same as the email section. So to go in here, it works similar to the email section, where you go in and you edit it like a Word document and save it. You can drag different areas around. So if you want to put the form in the middle, you can add the picture up top. very customizable. These co-branding boxes are for the synchronized channel marketing aspect of it. So if you want to put your information in the email or the landing page along with your partner's information, you can simply just drag and drop this box wherever you want, and it'll set everything up accordingly. So also you can go into the form section and similar drag and drop technology. So for example, in this landing page, it's important for me to know the company name, so I want to make sure that's on the form when they fill it out. You know, I'd also like to know if they have a website, what their website is, and if I want to, I can make that required, or I can change the label too if I want. And if you have a Google Analytics account, you can do a tracking ID here as well to get some further analytics. And then the settings section is important to understand too, because here's where you do the sharing level type. You can add the lead source, so anyone filling out this form will be set into a separate lead source filter, so you know who's filled out, who's come in from this form. And then the user email confirmation information, that can be, you know, a confirmation that we've received your information, or we've received your request, or if it's an email associated with a white paper, you could include the white paper in the email, like once they filled out the form. So, and then below that, you can also add in an email that notifies the admin on the account that someone has filled out a landing page. So it keeps both parties in the know, and here you can also add a list of email addresses you want to be notified once someone does fill out that landing page. So it's just a great way to keep track of everything. And from here, here's where you get the link to the landing page, and you can put this link in social media or your emails, and then you can also view statistics on the landing page. So super simple to use. So why don't we dive into the social media section now? So
on my site, it's very clean. It looks to be very user-friendly, and I see the possibilities as we look to grow. The price point at $50 a month seems to be doable, and I think also doable for the people within our community as well. A couple of questions I had. One, is there a limit to the number of campaigns that you can do each month?
No, you're not limited. Well, actually, let me pull up the PowerPoint real quick, because I believe it says it in there.
And then also the number of people.
So a month, you can create up to 10 campaigns in 1 month, which, you know, that seems like a lot to me. So if you had a campaign going out every 3 days, then that's where you'd be limited. But, you know, I would recommend just throwing in 30 social media posts and, you know, 4 to 8 emails if you'd like in one campaign, and you could just do it that way. You have unlimited posts to the different social media accounts. You can send up to 5,000 emails and add up to 5,000 contacts.
Okay, gotcha. So those are the two questions that I had. Thank you.
Of course.
So if you'd like to go ahead and continue recording and add any other information you think we should know, that would be great, and I will share that with my partner. And there's also another community that I'm part of that I'm going to shoot that over to.
Awesome.
If it may be helpful for them as well.
Awesome. So yeah, we're recording this presentation right now, and as soon as we're done with this, I'm going to send Lori the recorded version, and she can kind of distribute it to whomever she'd like. So she'll be in touch with you, I'm sure.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you, David.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Bye, Lisa. Bye,
Have a great day.
Good one.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
When I was building the campaign, you notice that I was saving them under based on their name. So this is where you'd save their name. So I believe it was the 7 tips for referral generation or something like that I added. So here's where you choose which platforms you post to, and if you have a referral campaign link you want to enter into the post, you can do that here. Here's our URL shortener. So we use either bit.ly or Google. So you put the long URL in this box and you click shorten. It'll automatically shorten for you into a shortened link. You don't have to pay extra for it. Super simple to use, and it'll just give you a Google or a bit.ly link depending on your preferences. So the Your Comments section is where you'd actually enter in your post, and then there's help boxes along the way to help you through the process. This information down here will automatically populate with the link information if you add one. If you just have like an infographic or a picture that you want to post, you can click on this box and add your picture that way. You can add the title and description if you want to. So here's the sharing level types as well. So private, company, partner, and all means that anyone with a MioDatos account can see the post that you're connected with. And public means that anyone, regardless of if they have a MioDatos account, can see the post. So when you're building your campaign, you save it as a draft, and this is the draft section. So this is the library of posts that I can pull from when I'm building my campaign, and then the platforms that I have it set out to go to. So, and then we can edit it from here too if we like, or toss it if we don't like it. Once you click Run Campaign, the posts that are in the campaign will jump over to the Scheduled section, so you can see what posts you have left to go out. And then once they do go out, you can jump over to the Publish section and view the posts that have gone out. And when you're creating the post, you have the option to post it multiple times or set a max for how many times you want it to go out. The referral section, or the referral index section, is where you build your customer surveys. So the referral section is where you build your customer surveys. So if we wanted to create a new survey, all we have to do is click New Survey. So apparently I haven't added my branding information yet into this account, so it warns me so that I don't send out something that's not branded correctly. And I'll show you how to do that right after this. So when I'm creating my survey, I can name it. So if it's like a yearly survey, if it's a quarterly survey, you can name it what you'd like. The subject line might be please let us know how we're doing. If you have a certain contact list you want it to send to, the email from name, you can send it out now or in the future, and then all you have to do is click send, and the survey goes out to your current customers. It's an already created email, so you don't have to create it yourself. You don't have to do anything with it. And then you can go over here in the survey section, and it shows the surveys that you have, the day that they went out. If you use a certain list, how many were sent, opened, responded, unsubscribed, and then MRI is where you get your score. So the score is calculated. The number of detractors, the people who rate a 0 or a 6, gets subtracted from the number of promoters and divided by the total number of respondents. So it can be anywhere from negative to 100 to 100. So if you have only detractors responding, then you're going to have a negative 100. If you have only promoters that respond, then you'll have 100. And then once these respondents fill out the survey, they'll be dropped into the respondents section. And here you can check out the recipient name, the survey name, the score that they gave you, and the email address. And you can also click into each individual contact and view the notes that they left for you, so how you can improve your score, why they gave you that score, things like that. So the support section is for helping you along the way. Like we talked about earlier, we have a lot of videos that help you walk through the processes. We also have the step-by-step guides that you can do, an FAQ that help you answer any questions you might have along the way. And then we also have the 24-hour emergency support in case you have any questions. or if you have an emergency you need answered based on a campaign that's time sensitive, we can do that for you too. So, like I said earlier, let me show you how to enter the branding information. So here you'd enter your logo, and I went into partner co-branding information. I'd enter a picture right here, my logo, my company name, and my slogan. And if I wanted to add a website, I could do that here as well. So in order, if you're going to be using the synchronized channel marketing part of it, or if you want to share your campaigns with people that you're partnered with, in order to invite them or connect them as a partner, you go through that again. So you go to the setup section, you'd scroll all the way down into the sharing content section, and you click on your partner list. And here you can view partners that you're already connected with. And if you've already sent them an invite, you can resend it again if they didn't see it. But in order to invite them, you click Add a Partner, and you fill in the email should show it's coming from, the name should show it's coming from, and you select the list that you want to send it to, and you click Send Invite Messages. And once they receive that invite, they would click on the email, they would create their MioDatos account, add their company information, and if you added any co-branding boxes within your emails or your landing pages or your social media posts, then their information would automatically be populated in those places. So it's super simple for them. Like we said earlier, we just wanted to make it extremely easy to use. So that's how you invite partners to connect with you. And if you want to list, or if you want to view the list of people who are sharing their content with you, you go into the vendor list in the same sharing content section. So that is a basic overview of some of the functionality within MioDatos. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me at 858-795-1021, extension 154, or at david@miodatos.com. I appreciate you guys coming on the call with us. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out, and I'll follow up with you individually after the call. And I appreciate you coming. Thank you.